Man, my expectations for this film were all over the place. That's what happens when you're in development hell for years, running from creative team to creative team. Not to mention the decision to adapt Flashpoint first, the marketing focusing too much on Batman, the whole change in management behind the scenes, and the lead actor becoming a fugitive from the law during post-production. Thankfully, the current creative team of Andy Muschietti and Christina Hodgson has managed to create a pretty fun time that's much better than I was initially expecting. Seriously, I was fully on board the moment the title was interrupted from appearing on screen. And that first action scene with the babies? Brilliant! The Flash's speed is wonderfully depicted, with some interesting visual touches. The film has a strong emotional core as well, with Barry's reckless attempt to prevent his mother's murder warping the timeline in the process. Ezra Miller also gets to demonstrate their range by having a more mature Barry playing against his more annoying past self. Side note, young Barry never really bothered me much, though I can imagine some finding him too much. Michael Keaton also delivers as an older version of his Batman that actually managed to clean up Gotham, and Sasha Calle is a welcome presence as Supergirl. Michael Shannon is kinda more subdued as Zod this time around, but I don't mind because we already know his deal, and there's a small twist which could be used to explain the difference to his performance. The action scenes are generally awesome without losing sight of the characters, but there is one major hurdle with this film. Some of the effects are kinda naff. Those babies I mentioned earlier look rough, not every green screen moment looks convincing, and there's that one very controversial thing which happens near the end. If you know, you know. Also, despite the talk about The Flash rebooting the DC Cinematic Universe, the ending doesn't really leave us in a clear position regarding James Gunn's vision. Overall, despite everything holding it down, The Flash manages to be a pretty good time. Just, please, Warner Brothers, recast or replace Ezra Miller if you make a second Flash movie.